Hey everybody, this is Dead Gamer. It's about 1 week since I've been back from LVO, and I've been wanting to do a video, but I've been way too damn busy. Pretty much the second I got back I just got home, so I'm cracking the Coors. Lawnmower beer. So, I pretty much have been working this whole time. Since LVO. I got back on Sunday, and then Monday we were all right on Monday. Tuesday got a little hairy, got a little windy here in the Bay Area, and then Tuesday got windy. Wednesday it just started pissing rain, and then it got worse and worse and worse, and all weekend long it was crazy. But thank you, Mr. Presidents, for having a birthday, because I got to celebrate President's Day pretty much off of work, which is really nice. Helped my buddy move some shit. I did buy a truck this last year, so now I am the proud owner of a truck, which means everyone's going to use me for moving, which I'm excited about, and that's already happening. But the reason I'm making this video is because I picked up a bunch of shit. I picked up some Genestealer cult stuff. I picked up some Skaven stuff. I picked up some Flesh Eater court stuff. And I really want to talk about all of that stuff. And I know you guys aren't going to be interested in certain things because some of you are 40K people. Some of you are Age of Sigmar people. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to watch the little ticker thing right here. Right now we're at 1 minute and 52 seconds. I'm going to do 40K for the next 8 minutes. I'm going to talk about Genestealer cult stuff. And then, well, it's like 7 minutes and 55 seconds. Then I'm going to switch it over to AOS. So AOS people, if you don't care about Genestealer cults, drag the little Chingus to 10 minutes, and then you can start hearing me blabber. And I don't care where I am in this video, I'm literally going to shut it down and just start talking about AOS. Because I really don't want to film 2 videos. I just want to do 1 video, and because that's pretty much all I got in me right now. I have to have some beer. Oh god, yeah, that's good. So that's it. Actually, I lied. We're gonna go 11 minutes because I've just spent 1 minute explaining what I'm gonna do. So, boom, 11 minutes. AOS people, go to 11-minute mark. Yeah, 8 minutes of 40K. So, 40K people, if you are interested in the Genestealer cult dice, you know about the cube. And then I do have the dice tin, but it's somewhere in one of these glorious boxes around me. But the dice cube is kind of the more common thing. And then we got the new Genestealer cult dice in the box. Same quantity, right? They just did 4 across instead of 2 across. And then they did that thing. And there you go. But huge difference. Huge. Which tripped me out. Because I thought it was going to... The way they showed it on the photos, I thought it was the same thing. So these dice... Let me try to get all Mr. Miyagi with it. Check that out. Way better. So... There you go. Boom. The one right here, I'm going to say my right, but I don't know if that's your right or your left, is the old style. The one over here is the new style. So they straight up did a nice dark gray border. They also filled in the little Genestealer cult dude with gray, which is super sweet. Boom. I mean, look at the difference. It's insane. I mean, it makes those old dice cubes garbage crap. And the cool thing is, I'm going to try to do this. See the purple inside? Yep. That little purple, that you can actually see straight through that purple. That purple was in the old stuff. Not so prominent, and it almost looks like it's kind of like it was a dye that wasn't mixed in very well. But the new stuff, I guess it still kind of looks like a dye that's not mixed in very well. But it's just, These dice are so much better. So much better. And they're currently retail. These ones were going crazy for a hot minute. And yeah, totally not worth it. Worth it, garbage. So if anyone wants to, well, I don't want to promise that because I also am a collector. So I love my shit. I was going to say, you want to trade me, I'll send you a cube of these, but I only have 2. And this one that I'm showing doesn't have a label. Whatever. I'm not gonna send you my shit. So unless you want to buy me like 3 boxes. You buy me 3 boxes of dice, I will totally send you 1 cube of shit. That, not actual feces. That little thing. So yes, Genestealer Cult dice, way better than the old stuff. Super stoked. Then I wanted to talk about, I got the Kill Team Arena, which I haven't opened yet, but I'm excited about it. It's right here. Nice and shiny plastic. So, yeah. Pretty cool. Snazzy. I think that's it. We got the Ridge Runner, which is pretty sweet. I wanted to talk about something else. And now I promised you guys I'd give you 11 minutes of 40K content. And I think I just totally lied to you. Because that was it on the Genestealer Cult dice. I'm excited about the Age of Sigmar stuff. Oh, I don't like you anymore. You're talking about Age of Sigmar. No, but seriously. So the Genestealer Cult stuff came out. We got all the guys, the aberrants. I still don't know how to say that. The Codex looks sweet. Again, I'm not like a tournament player or anything, so I don't really care about the points. But yeah, the new bikes look sweet. Everything looks amazing. And I feel like I'm doing you guys a injustice. I don't know. Because I said I'd talk until 11 minutes. And now I'm like, shit, I have nothing to talk about anymore. Wrath and Rapture, that's kind of 40K, but that's not really that impressive to me. Oh, the Umble Hulk! Let's talk about the Umble Hulk. Umble Hulk's coming out next week, and I'm going to do a little show with the Umble Hulk, and I found my old little Umble Hulk. So I'm going to do a little size comparison for you guys. Be all like old Umble Hulk on new Umble Hulk action. Pretty sweet. So I pulled him out. I found him. He didn't burn up in the flames of misery, which is good. But, yeah. So that was cool. I'm super excited about that. That guy looks pretty badass. And I'm going to guess, like, here's the old Umble Hulk. I'm going to guess the new one's going to be probably like 40K Space Marine Dreadnought height. Maybe a little shorter. This guy, if you don't know, is about a current 40K Terminator. Plastic Terminator. Yeah, just about in height. So I'm going to say it goes from Terminator height to Dreadnought height. But that's pretty exciting. I was super stoked to see that. And I'm also super stoked to see what the new Chaos Space Marine stuff's going to look like. Because I know they did a preview at LVO, which I wasn't there for. I was somewhere getting hammered, drunk, because to me that was... I was like, well, I could look at the previews on the Games Workshop site. I don't need to be there in person. Yeah, actually we went to dinner, and then the drinking began. So we had what did we go and eat? We had... Not Peruvian. No, what is that called? Where they bring the meat on the swords. The like giant swords of meat. Brazilian barbecue, I think, is what it's called. Brazilian barbecue. Yeah, so we were doing that on Thursday night when they were doing the whole preview show. And I don't know. Swords of meat versus previews of Games Workshop stuff that you could see online. Like literally, I don't know, seconds after they previewed it. I'm going to go with the Swords of Meat and alcohol. They had like a good deal on was it all you can drink alcohol for like an hour? I think it was. It was something crazy like that. Yeah, it was a bad, good life choice. We're coming up on 11 minutes, and I can talk about Age of Sigmar, which is exciting. And maybe you're not excited about it. Maybe you are. And if you're not excited about it, maybe you should just listen and see if my excitement imbues you with the power of being excited about Age of Sigmar stuff. Because 40K is rad. 40K is my baby. Started with Space Hulk. And Space Hulk is super, super sweet. And I mean, the 40K stuff in general is super sweet. But I was never a fantasy player. And when Age of Sigmar rolled out, I was just like, this is my jam right here. This is what's happening. So, thank you 40K players for listening. Take off if you're done. Now it's time for Age of Sigmar. Everybody, super excited about Age of Sigmar. I got my Skaven Dice, which is the first thing I wanted to talk about. I haven't even opened one yet because I was rambling on. I got 2 of them. I know, horrible, but I was trying to keep the 40K people entertained. I actually ran out of content for them around like minute 7. I thought I could make it to 11, but I couldn't because I was too excited about this. All I really talked about were the Genestealer cult dice. I talked about other things too, other very cool things, but all in all, the Genestealer cult dice are sweet. So, Skaven Dice. Here we go. I don't know if you guys have seen these. I don't know if you guys were like, they're going to be crappy. You got the Skaven symbol, which is pretty badass. You got the 2. You get the 1. You got the 4. Oh my god, you got a 5. And let me guess. A 6? Where the hell's the 6? Oh, the 6. Wow. The 6 is the Skaven symbol. See? I'm not even drunk. And I'm just excited. So anyway, the difference between these and the squig dice are these are not rubber. These are straight up hard plastic. And I took a little toothpick because I thought these little green things on the inside were going to be rubbery. Nope. Hard plastic also. So I totally dig these dice. I think they're sweet. Yeah, they're a must if you're a Skaven player. Or not, if you just don't want to spend the money on... It's like $30 for stupid little dice. But, I mean, come on now. They're awesome. They truly are. So, that's the Skaven Dice. Very excited about that. They are not rubber. They are not like the squig dice. So, they are not the best dice on the planet. But they are close. Genestealer cult dice are probably the second best dice on the planet. But, what I want to talk about is not only did I get the Flesh Eater Court's Charnel Throne. I know that's not how you say it, but I'm going to say Charnel because it says Charnel. Boom. I got this guy, which I haven't opened yet, but it's a thin box. I got the Flesh Eater Court's Endless Spells because who doesn't want zombie horses, right? I want zombie horses. And that's like a medium size. So... And I'm talking about box sizes because I want you to pay attention. So you got the small one. This is like your tiny, normal, standard, thin box. This is like your more regiment kind of size box for squads and stuff. Then, we got the Skaven Endless Spells, right? And this is another medium box. And then you have the Skaven Terrain. And holy shit, these guys, this box set is huge. This is the old school, like straight up big fantasy box, like the Bretonians, pretty much anything that was 20 man size, massive box. This is your standard squad box. Look at that thing. Huge. So this thing is pretty sweet. And originally I was, I'm going to pull this plastic off the top. I try to keep it all nice, but it's reflecting in the camera. Still reflecting in the camera. That's called great lighting, me. Anyhow, boom. Trying to do this better. So, originally I was like, oh, well, this is cool. Like, the Skaven are going to, like, eat their way out of the ground during the game. I also play Starship Troopers, so that's what the bugs do. They'll just burrow right up in front of you. But then I was like, well, why is there wood structures around? I know it's the shape of the Skaven symbol, but it was kind of weird. Like, I was thinking, well, if they're gnawing their way out of the ground while the battle's going on, why are they sitting there erecting, like, weird planks and shit? But that's not the case. You deploy these before you start the game, after you've chosen sides, and there's all these little rules about it. But I guess that makes more sense that these holes would be pre-constructed. It just feels weird to me. Like, I was really hoping that they had just this tunneling ability and they could just pop out. But the cool thing about this set, and I'm probably when I build them, so you get 3 sprues like this, and these sprues are pretty crazy tall. Like, so you get 3 of these, right? 2, 3, and then you get 3 of these, which have all the wood planks. So together, the little yin and the yang of these little Cheech and the Chongs make your pool, right? But the crazy thing is here's a little goblin right now, right? Look how tall these rocks are. I mean, seriously. There's some serious height right there to these rocks. I'm going to guess that's about an inch, almost an inch and a half high to the top of this one. This is probably an inch tall. These rocks are huge. So, that's pretty cool. But why I wanted to talk about this was because I like the planks for other things. I like all this wood, all these little wood structures for other terrain, like Mordheimy kind of stuff. And I'd probably just assemble the rocks with the little swirly pit and just say this is where the ground exploded and then a little warp gnaw hole started. The idea of them, like, building these, like, I don't know, janky-ass, prefabricated triangles around their pits just kind of seems weird to me. So I'll probably end up using all these little planks for Beastmen stuff, of course, because Beastmen build things from garbage, because that's what we do. So these are going into the Beastman terrain, but you get 3 sprues like this, and you get 3 big old sprues like this, which is pretty sweet. So that was exciting to me, seeing that. I know it's like $50 or something, or $40, which is pretty crazy, but it is a pretty massive, impressive size terrain. And in all honesty, if you had some putty, because the rocks do have like little Skaven symbols on them, probably should show you that now that I'm talking about it. But you could fill them in, and you can make these into like craters for 40k if you're a 40k player. But let me see. There, you see a little X right there. Little weird thing right here. There's just a bunch of Skaven symbols all over these rocks. Super easy to fill in though. And yeah, if you're wanting some craters, that's the way to go right there. But the thing I wanted to talk about really is this box. And the reason I want to talk about this box is because of these little kids right here. This is the Vermintide. And what the Vermintide is just a bunch of rats on a 120 millimeter base. So you got a 120 millimeter base, and you got 4 40 millimeter bases. Okay? Well, this set, I believe, is $35. If you're looking for a rat swarm, those are $17 for 2 40 millimeter bases. $17 for rat swarms. So 17 times 17 is what? Math. God, this is horrible. $35, right? Yeah, the same price. 4 40 millimeter Skaven Swarm bases, $35, or $35, you get 4 40 millimeter bases, 120 millimeter base, which is $5 on the Games Workshop website, and you get a stupid, I'm talking stupid amount of rats. Like, it doesn't look like a lot of rats, but that's because this is a 40 millimeter or a 120 millimeter base. But the amount of rats you get in this set blew my mind. And so there's 2 sprues. There's this sprue, which is entirely like tornado-y stuff and warp lightning-y stuff and a Skaven bell stuff. And then you get your sweet, sweet 120 millimeter base, which, by the way, I'll be using for a Beastman chariot. Yeah, buddy. Shit. I need to get that. And I want to finish this. But you get a stupid amount of rats. I don't even want to, like, because I got to get this phone call. But, I mean, I'll call him back, but it's work. It's insane. So maybe I'll do a little video on, like, the Vermintide rat deliciousness in which you get, but it's crazy. And all I'm saying is, for the same price, you could make rat swarms. You could probably make even more if you had extra 40 millimeter bases. Because of the amount of rats here, you cut all these up and you put them on those 4 bases, you're going to have more rats than you're going to have room on your bases. So I'm just saying, it's a thing, and it's awesome. And these rats look sweet, and they're way more dynamic, and it's just way more cool. So I'm going to call it because I got to get this because people are out of power, and I got to go. But thank you guys for listening. I will talk to you later. Happy Warhammering.